Hey, what's up, guys? This is Fula with a live video. I just wanted to do this real quick live. Shout outs to the whole LDBC. The first and foremost thing I want to say is congratulations to FC Barcelona on their impressive win against Real Madrid. They showed everything that they needed to show, exposed Real Madrid, scored 5 goals. Real Madrid only scored 1 goal, and it was just a dominant performance across the board. There was really nothing Real Madrid could do against Barcelona, and that was shown. And so, I mean, Real Madrid is just basically in decline, and there's a lot of reasons behind the scenes why it's in decline. I mean, when Zidane left because of one player, and that player wanting to be the main attraction, but it turns out that one player is not capable of being the main attraction. And he is being shown to be, just mediocre at best, especially on the big stage. So there you have it with that. Now, I want to talk about what I'm reading earlier. And, you know, I, um, I knew this was going to happen, and I knew that, I was hoping that maybe possibly something different would happen, but I knew this wasn't going to be the case. So because it's not the case, uh, we just got to come to terms with it. So I'm reading on boxingscene.com right now, and what it is saying is is um, just the usual merry-go-round. So, Golovkin's promoter, Charlo fight is not going to happen. So, this is what he said in the thing. He said, "Look, Triple G is the biggest free agent in boxing. No promoter has sustained as much bad luck in the past 13 months as Tom Loeffler, with the exception of perhaps taking President Akihiko Honda. Both promoters have seen their fighters ascend to number one rated position in pound for pound rankings, and both have seen them fall on the scorecards." Well, I mean, honestly, let's be fair. In the second fight, Triple G did lose against Canelo. I mean, Canelo had him backing up, but let's not get into that. But let's get into what Mr. Tom Loeffler said and what the intention was for the two fighters. Okay, now, um, last weekend, Mr. Honda's cash cow, Ryota Murata, a recognized superstar in his home country, was on the verge of gaining a level of popularity unheard of for boxers or any athlete in Japan since maybe Ichiro. Murata needed to win in order to seal the Tokyo Dome deal for his promoter Tom Loeffler. The payout would have been a cool 8-figure payday for each fighter, with the exact amount a bit of a mystery. When the official amount Murata was earning for his matchup with Brandt turned into a good old-fashioned game of telephone amongst the Japanese media, members from Murata's American promotional partner were also unable to help solve that riddle with confidence, and it would be unlikely that they too didn't know, though they truly didn't need to. With Murata losing and Tom ringside, along with Mr. Honda at the Park MGM in Las Vegas, the wheelers and dealers have to go back to the drawing board to decide as much of the fate as in their power for their aging middleweights, both of whom are coming off of losses and both of whom are the number one sources of income for their promoters. There you have it, right there, smack dab in the middle. You knew that Triple G was cherry picking. And there's no excuses now for you Triple G fanboys. None whatsoever. You see what he was doing. You see that the plans failed, okay? That guy was banking on Murata winning that fight, Mr. Tom Loeffler was, because it didn't turn out like that. He had no other options at the time. That was his only option. That was his safest option. So now there's an interview, okay, and they're saying what's next for GGG now. Tom Loeffler says ESPN is there. The zone is an option. We're considering both. Now the interview asks the golden question that we all want to know, but we all kind of knew the answer to. How about Jamal Charlo and Showtime? You can do a one and done with them. No, Charlo doesn't make sense. That's not going to happen. Boom, there you have it. There you have it. Okay. So, if you Triple G fanboys think that Triple G can beat Charlo, then why is the promoter doing his utmost to hide him from him? Okay? Going through every single corner to keep him from this fight. Although the ABC organization WBC ordered the fight, he's still keeping him from the fight. Okay? So let's go on. It seems like the zone has the best opponents available for Triple G. We will be talking to the zone. Okay. Let's see what else we have. The future, the guy said all the future boxing deals will have to be made through Oscar or Eddie, but I don't believe that because look at the cards that the zone has. Loeffler says Triple G can fight on ESPN. The interviewer says to fight who? There's nobody there. Booyah. Okay, this tells you something right there. Another smack dab in the middle. A lot of you top ranked fanboys and Lomachenko and Terrence Crawford fanboys fail to realize that Mr. Arum loves his in-house fighting. And to be honest, who does Top Rank really have? Really and truly, who does Top Rank really have besides those two? They don't have nobody, man. So you can't be mad when Earl Spence says, well, you know, I choose not to fight them. Let me clean up my side of the street first. Because there's people on his side of the street, okay? Unlike in Top Rank. That's why Lomachenko's next opponent is another handpicked top rank guy. I don't give a crap if it's for unification. Look at the quality opponent he's facing, aka Tank's leftovers. And that's why Terrence Crawford's next opponent is a guy from Lithuania. Okay? So miss me with your bullshit, basically. And so now Tom Loeffler said Triple G is the attraction. The zone is going to have to call me if they want him. Who is Canelo going to fight? See, there you have it again. Now this guy is trying to get a third Canelo fight. Somehow he's trying to wiggle through the trenches to get this third Canelo fight because he knows realistically that's the only guy who probably is on the even playing field with Triple G. Okay, as far as just a good matchup for him. But if you take one of these guys like a Charlo, hell, even Derevchenko, which we saw last night, in shape, focus, active, boo boo, Andre, then Triple G, I'm sorry to say it, man, his come forward, so called Mexican style is not going to take him that far against those guys. So, now it says, now he's saying, Loeffler is saying Canelo isn't going to fight Jacobs. I mean, how does he know? What, he runs, he somehow mysteriously runs things at the zone. So it goes on to say that Murata was a negative 750 favor in that fight against Grant. Golovkin was all but guaranteed to face him next on ESPN. As Murata has a co-promotional deal with Top Rank, who is in turn exclusively aligned with the network. Murata losing probably makes any potential deal with the Zone platform easier to make. So again, we see what it is. And I can just call it how I see it. Triple G don't want no smoke with no Charlo. Triple G's fanboys are delusional. There's no doubt in my mind that Charlo would probably turn Triple G's face into a meatball sub with extra marinara sauce. There's also no doubt in my mind that nah, it can't work like that, Lawrence. He's done too much already, bro. I'm sorry, but he's done too much, man. Like, what more do you want him to do, man? Like, I mean, he fought his Mandos, he fought eliminators, man. He just needs. I mean, that's just how it has to go, man. Like, they have to learn how. They have to be given an opportunity to prove themselves. That's just the bottom line. If these fanboys think that Triple G can beat Charlo, then why don't they call for the fight then? Why don't they get on Triple G's neck and say, yo, you gotta handle this, man, if they really thought they can beat him. And then they say, who is Charlo for? Well, who is Triple G for? Really and truly. Like, Triple G fought the guy that Charlo's fighting, Willie Monroe. Triple G fought a welterweight in Kell Brook. Triple G fought Adama. And according to Triple G, yes, these are very big drama shows. Yes, very big drama show. It's going to be very big drama show. He fought Vanez. I mean, honestly, his toughest opponent to date was Daniel Jacobs and Canelo. Those were his toughest fights to date. And we saw how Daniel Jacobs looked last night. And we also saw how Canelo. As far as Charlo goes, man, it's a bad situation for him because of the simple fact that he's in freeze-out mode. I mean, the only guy that I can think he can fight is Jacobs, because I heard Jacobs may be going back to PBC. Now, I don't know how true that is, but I heard that that's the case, that he is going back to PBC. Selecki is a good option. You know, he can fight him next. He was supposed to fight him, but I don't know what happened. I think Selecki got another fight, I believe. I think, now that I think about it, Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just hearing from the grapevine. I don't know how true it is, but I'm just hearing from the grapevine that there's talk about him going back. I don't know, though. Um, but I just don't want Charlo to sign to the zone because I know what time it is. It's going to be time where, like, it's going to be time that, like, Charlo is going to be going to the zone, right? And he's just going to be given these hand-picked opponents and not be given the fights that he wants to get. So this is why I don't want him to go to the zone app, because he ain't going to get the fight. He ain't going to get the fights that he needs. The big fights, he's not going to get them at the zone. So that's why. So that's why I don't want him to go to uh, to the zone. Uh, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't even think Triple G's gonna fight Brant. You know, I don't really think he's gonna fight him. I don't. I wouldn't be surprised if Triple G doesn't fight him either. You know, because again, we got to look at the style of fighting, and we saw what the style of fighting did to Murata. He just applied good outside boxing, and guess what happened? Murata lost, and Triple G's not good with outside fighters. He doesn't do well at all with outside fighters. That's why Triple G ducked Erislan de Lara. Erislan de Lara even said, "I'll give Triple G a lot of problems." And guess what? Triple G didn't want to fight Lara, and Lara even said he would move up. Lara even I mean there he called him out a lot, man. And Triple G didn't want no parts of him. It's again this narrative, okay? It's this narrative that these fanboys fail to realize that, and this is where every fighter, this is not just with Triple G, this is with Terrence Crawford, this is with Anthony Joshua, this is where all those fighters, it's easy to look good against subpar competition. It's really easy to do that. But when you're in there with the real dog and you're getting hit with stuff that you're not even sure where it's coming from, you're getting overwhelmed with power that you don't recognize, then the game is changed. So this is why I'm saying to myself that, like, this is not good for the fans, because now the fans are being deprived of the good fights. Now the fans are being deprived of the so-called boogeyman. Let me read what you're writing. I mean, yeah, maybe Triple G, maybe a level above. I should say, Murata, but I don't really think that, like, Triple G may fight Brant, but at the end of the day, I'm thinking that he's just gonna pass that up. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Triple G fights someone like who would Triple G fight? He won't fight Deverenchenko, although Deverenchenko just lost. Uh, I'm thinking that I'm trying to think who he would possibly fight. But even if Erislandy Lauder right now were to come up and wait and say, "Yo, let's fight," Triple G still probably wouldn't fight him. You know, I'm just saying that like it's just like ridiculous though. It's almost like they're trying to freeze and starve Charlo out. It's almost like they're trying to put him into a corner and make him like basically back him up into a wall and say, okay, if you want these fights, you have to sign with us. If not, then too bad. That's not cool, man. It's not cool at all. But I mean, at the end of the day, we knew what time it is. We knew Triple G didn't want no smoke. I would like Triple G's fans, if there's any fans who are going to watch this live, I want them to give me like a valid reason why they think that Triple G is going to knock Charlo out, why they think Triple G doesn't need to fight Charlo, and why they think Triple G fighting the Willie Monroes, the Vanez Monterosians, and the Adamas and the Curtis Stevensons is really a significant win on his resume. But I'll be back later on. Hopefully, I'm gonna have my interview with the upcoming prospect on from Mayweather Boxing, Richardson Hitchens. And yeah, stay tuned.